I must say it's a singular pleasure and privilege for me to be with all of you on this wonderful, wonderful occasion. I remember it was in uh, middle of 2021 we came here, August 2021 we came here to lay the foundation stone for this building. It was in the middle of COVID. We came with masks. And at that point of time, I wasn't sure what's going to be the future. One, whether we'll ever come out of the pandemic, and whether there's life beyond the pandemic. And then, of course, the question of how we will complete in the middle of the pandemic this building. And today it gives me so much joy to stand here and see that we are past those two big challenges. One is that we are present in large numbers here without any masks and without any fear. So which means that we are past that pandemic. And of course, the pleasure and the joy to see this building standing tall. We all were witness to the kind of ravages and the disruption that COVID played in all our lives. And in the middle of that, I think one of the things that was going through our mind is that as Bangalore Airport, how can we contribute in a meaningful fashion to overcome the challenges that we had faced as a result of the pandemic? And as we were thinking through this, at the same time, the main shareholder of Fairfax, of Bangalore Airport, which is Fairfax, and its owner, a very passionate, well-meaning human being by the name of Prem Vatsa. I don't know how many of you have heard of him, but Prem Vatsa owns Fairfax and is the founder of Fairfax, which is the principal investor in Bangalore Airport. Prem called me from Canada and said, Hari, I am most concerned about the impact the pandemic is having on children. Can we find a worthy cause to do something for children so that we can take care of future generations? Because the kind of impact the pandemic had both on the emotional well-being of children and the financial well-being of children was huge. So we were looking for a good reason, a good cause to partner with. And I must tell you, Prem was very generous. He said, I've set aside a good amount of money so that we can do something that is not just meaningful, but can have a lasting impact for a long time. And as we were looking for this cause, serendipitously, purely by chance, at that point of time, an old friend of mine, Raghavan, called me, and he said, listen, I work with this organization called Sparsha that does good work. We would like to present to you a program that we had started at that point of time called We Care for You. That was the program Sparsha had started, We Care for You. We wanted to present that. And honestly, from both sides, at the beginning of the meeting, the expectations were low. Our idea, at least my idea, was that we will bring the Sparsha people, make them present to the leadership team, and let's see where it goes from there. And I had known Raghavan for a long time, and I have the deepest respect for Raghavan, and I know the values Raghavan stands for, and I was quite willing to put that meeting together. We went into that meeting. I think from their side also the expectations were low. They thought there will be some contribution from our side, and from our expectations as well. And I think that meeting had a profound impact on us. In that meeting, Raghavan, Gopi, and a bunch of people called the governing volunteers, it's the first time I heard this term, governing volunteers, did an incredible presentation to us that left a deep and lasting impact on all of us. We were struck by Gopi's vision. By the way, Gopi is one of the people I look up to for inspiration. We were struck by Gopi's vision, the passion and commitment that they brought to the work that they did, and the spirit that they displayed during that presentation. I tell you, that spirit stayed with us for a long time, and I think it still stays with us today. We had been approached, and as you know, during COVID, there were many companies that came to us for, asking for donations and asking for financial commitment. I don't think the decision was this easy for us to give money away as it was to partner with Sparsha. It was so easy for us to decide that this is the company we want to partner with because it was an incredible organization. And as we grew the airport, our aim was also to contribute in a big way to improving the socio-economic conditions of the communities in which we do this business. The socio-economic development of this region was one of our big objectives. Right from the beginning, we were aware that the 4,000 acres of land that we have been given to do this business has come from farmers who are now living in these villages. And if we don't contribute towards the development of these communities, I think we are doing grave injustice. Our moral license to run this airport comes from our contribution towards the same people who gave us the land for us to run this airport. And this program fit directly in to what we were doing. We were already running schools. Education was a big focus for us. We are running several schools around the airport. But apart from running schools and focusing on education, we also contribute in terms of waste management, sanitation, water supply, renewable energy, and all that. And this program fitted directly into that. At Makaldhama, I think when we decided together to set a vision for this, it was to improve not only the emotional and financial stability of the girl child, but our aim was to make sure we sent young girls who will become outstanding citizens into this country. As part of that, our aim was not only to contribute to providing them an improved quality of life and great education, but we also wanted to make sure that we are able to give them unique experiences. As part of that, at Bangalore Airport, over the last few years, we've tried to integrate the girls into as many things as possible at the airport. So for example, at our employee event last year, the girls from here put up a splendid cultural show. I think it was a fantastic show. Our employees loved it because the entertainment that they provided as part of the cultural show was fantastic. Not only for employees, last year at the Rajyotsava Day, at the Rajyotsava celebration as well as the Dasara celebration, we had the girls from here put up cultural shows for both employees as well as passengers. And the passengers too saw what the girls of Makaldhama were capable of. They put up an outstanding show. Of course, for me, one of the highlights was the Girls in Aviation program that we held at Bangalore Airport last year, or earlier this year. We facilitated for the girls from this place a day-long exposure to everything that we do at the airport. We got them to spend the entire day at the airport. We got them to visit and meet all the stakeholders. The idea was to get them to get them exposure to the number of things that happen at the airport, the number of jobs that happen at the airport. The idea was to inspire them, to open their minds to a whole new world of opportunity. And I think the girls really enjoyed their day out at the airport. That was probably one of my favorite engagements that we had over this last 1 year. To all the young girls here, I have a message for you. I think what you have got here, girls, is a wonderful opportunity to be part of this home. We call this our home as well. My message to you is that this unique opportunity you must grab with both hands. The quality of life, the education, and the unique experiences that are going to be given to you by Gopi and his amazing set of volunteers is going to stand you in good stead for the rest of your life. You must grab this opportunity and make sure you make it worthwhile, their effort worthwhile. Our expectation, and I also want to make sure what our expectation is from you. Our expectation is that the children of Makaldhama go out not only as young, smart, confident women into this world, but also as outstanding, upright citizens of this country who will continue this cycle of good deeds that we have just started here. And that will be my expectation from you. And please, I expect this, that you will uphold your side of the promise. Once again, to Gopi, the team of amazing volunteers that he has, and the employees of Sparsha, your spirit is what we have invested in. And I'm sure, together, we will create amazing magic in the lives of these girls. Thank you very much. God bless you, and Jai Hind.